Espeon, one of the evolutions introduced in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and honestly one of the big favorites that I see quite a bit. Well, now I kinda see a bit more Sylveon around, but up through Generation 5, this was a star of the show. Appropriate because it is so tied into the sun. While Eevee was able to evolve into 3 different forms based on the evolution stone, I always admired Embryon and Espeon for utilizing some of the new mechanics like friendship or day and night. Which, by the way, is how you evolve them, by having a high friendship level, and the time of day will determine which form you get. Such a cool and dynamic duality. Probably one of the big reasons these Pokemon are so well remembered, because sure, the original trio was often depicted together, but the later evolutions were almost inseparable when it came to promotion, appearing alongside each other in the TCG, the anime, and most notably in Pokemon Colosseum as the 2 starter Pokemon. Yeah, really interesting idea, but appropriate with the focus on double battles. A neat way of making it unique. While I'm sure that many people were able to get their own in the Game Boy games, the fact that you're given one right off the bat in Colosseum might have been where most people first got an introduction. It has been so long since I played this game and I never even really finished it back in the day, but maybe soon I'll get to give it another shot. Anyway, when it comes to Espeon, I actually didn't use one back in the day either. More recently, when I went back through Pokemon Gold, I took the Eevee that you got from Bill and brought it with me. While it took a while to get friendly enough, mostly hanging out in the back, it eventually evolved into Espeon while I was in Kanto. Very helpful for finishing up the rest of the game, and thankfully while I was in Saffron City I was able to easily grab the TM for Psychic. I can use Psychic on instead. I got it. You wanted this. Oh, man. TM29 is Psychic. It may lower the target's special abilities. Bro, I just took psychic damage. The point is that I really like the funny cat. All of the evolutions were always really vague. Like Eevee, sure, that could be a fox. Meanwhile, most of the others were ambiguous mammals, a mix of dog, cat, and fox. The same is pretty true for the future editions except for Espeon. There isn't all that much that makes it stand out. Instead, the simplicity contributes to the vibe, especially with the way it often lounges around in card artwork and life-size plush toys. It makes total sense for it to lay down and soak up the sun. Aside from the split tail and gem in the forehead, I'd say it basically is just a cat. That gem is likely meant to embody psychic abilities, much like we see in many other Pokemon, but it does give Espeon some similarities to a carbuncle, a mythical creature of South American mythology popularized by things like the Final Fantasy series. Like shiny Espeon is even bright green. But of course I know the creature best from the Crystal Beast in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, come on, these guys look the same. Over in the anime, Espeon debuted in the episode, Espeon Not Included. Surprising, I know. Ash, Brock, and Misty made their way back to Ecruteak City and have agreed to meet up with Sakura, who now has an Espeon. Way back in the episode Trouble is Brewing, we first met Sakura, who had an Eevee, along with her older sisters, all the Kimono girls with the other evolutions. It is a fun episode, but in all honesty there isn't too much going on. I mean, we are catching up with a pre-established character who has experienced some changes, but for the most part the episode consists of a friendly battle between Misty and Sakura. Meanwhile, the other sisters get tricked by Team Rocket into attending a dance class. Of course, the whole thing was a ruse and they get their Pokemon stolen. Back to the battle, Misty wins and so they continue talking, recounting their adventures. Dude, imagine how nice it would be to have a picnic here. Just then, the Kimono girls arrive and tell them how they got duped. Thankfully, with the help of Espeon, they'll be able to return the favor, because Team Rocket are upset they didn't steal the full set of evolutions, so they decide to use Espeon as bait. The plan works and they're led right to the balloon. And for the final battle of the episode, Misty and Sakura work together to take out Team Rocket without even breaking a sweat. And yet, the day is saved and all the Pokemon are freed. While being the episode that introduced Espeon and showing off everything it can do, the real focus of the episode is on Sakura. It even ends with her going out on her own journey, very much inspired by Misty, who was the youngest of her sisters. There is a brief moment where she's asked if she'll be joining the main group on their travels, which would be interesting, but she decides to go on her own. I like how because we know what it takes to evolve an Eevee into an Espeon, we kind of already get the impression that she's grown since her last appearance. I think that's a great idea for a way to highlight the Pokemon while continuing to build the world of the anime with its characters. I really don't remember too many important characters having one as their signature Pokemon in the video games. Sure, some characters had it on their team, but like as a tertiary member. It really was a bunch of minor characters, but who knows, they could definitely gain some more relevance sometime soon. Because Dexio had one, and with his recent addition to Pokemon Masters and the potential of Pokemon Legends EA, I'm interested. But of course, we're far from any of the evolutions being anywhere close to irrelevant. They're mainstays of the franchise and I wouldn't have it any other way. I almost feel like I don't have as much to say about this Pokemon as I do many others, mainly coming from the fact it took me so long to actually use one in the main series of video games, and aside from that, I never really had the same type of connection. I definitely do like it, and I think it fits into the niche really well, especially with the other evolutions. Seeing the life-size plushes recently really got me thinking of a lot more, and maybe this year I'll try to really take a good look back at all of them. You know, get back to the type of videos I used to do a lot more often. But let me know what you think about the funny purple car in the comments below. What are some of your favorite memories? Anyway, I am honestly going to take a note from Espeon and enjoy a little afternoon nap. Thank you to every channel member for your support, including the Great Gators, Shash, Cosmo Zero, Cloud8 Does Stuff, Arlegier Design, Justin Dows, Joe C02, Alex with Shiny Hunts, Tyler Hopper, Lockadox, KoiKoi13, Cemetery Hill, Cheez-It62, GatorKid509, TF, Mathaclog947, Taijirai, Justin R, Phantom, and Quago. If you would like to support, see your name here, get access to emotes for comments, live streams, sometimes early videos, and our monthly members podcast, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky as well for more memes. Anyway, this is GatorX, and I'll catch you all later.
Now concentrate. Think Pichu. Pikachu. Cool.
The new collector's edition gold and silver Pokemon Game Boy Color.
Oh, how about 5 more for my friends?